Hi, I'm Kylie.
Hi, I'm Abigail.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Can you tell me a little bit about what brings you in today?
Yeah, I'm just looking for some care for my son. I think maybe, we're going to have to get some care other than myself.
Yeah.
I just need some help.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're in the right place. So, what our agency does is we help connect you with the resources that you need. Can I ask what type of disability your son has?
Yeah, he has Down syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the good thing about individuals with Down syndrome is that they can be pretty active, and so that's a good thing. But to tell you a little bit about our agency, we're here to connect you with the resources that you need, and to just encourage you in your kind of walk with your son and going through life. And what my role is to walk with you through those things, through the decisions that you have to make, and through your options. We'll go over those together, and I'm just going to be your one-on-one worker to help you process through all the information that you're getting through this time. So, also everything that we share in here is considered confidential. So if you share something personal, you don't need to worry. It will be kept between the two of us. So if you don't mind me prying, I am going to ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
But it's just so I know how to help you best, because I want to help you well, and I don't want to, do frivolous things if you don't actually need them. So, can you tell me a little bit about your son and what you're experiencing with him right now?
Yeah, so, like I said, he has Down syndrome, and he's 20 years old, and it's just been the two of us for a really long time. I just do all the caregiving for him, so he's used to just me taking care of him, but he just kind of needs help with, like, some daily living stuff, like, showering and things like that, and cooking and all that stuff he needs help with. But he can do a lot of things for himself too, so.
Okay, yeah. So why at this point are you reaching out for help? Is there something that's happened or something that's going on in your life that you feel like you need to address?
Yeah, I don't really know what to do anymore. I'm just used to taking care of him and doing it all myself, and my health, I'm getting older, and my health is just declining, and it's getting harder to do everything, so I'm worried that he won't be as safe as he used to be. So
yeah, that's really hard. What options are you looking at right now, or what is something that you think you would be interested in right now?
I mean, I don't really even know right now, but I think maybe he might have to go into a home or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that, just to encourage you a little, that is not the only option.
Okay.
And we'll go over those a little later, just so you are able to make a wise decision what's best for you and what's best for him. How are you feeling right now about having to make this decision?
I mean, I don't know. It's just, I'm used to, like, it all being myself, and so, I just feel like a bad person that I'm, like, letting him down and, not caring for him well if I have to do this.
Yeah. Well, I think the complete opposite. I think that, making a decision like this for your child is one of the hardest things, but it's also one of the most sacrificial and one of the most loving, because you know that you can't provide, like, adequate enough care for him, and so you're reaching out for help and asking for others to do that, and in that way he's getting something better than what you could give him, even though that is extremely difficult to admit, and that is it's just a hard thing. and I'm sure that you love your son in like an incredible amount. But you know, I think that this is an act of love and not of don't look at it as something that like a defeat. It's not something that you will regret, I don't think. And also, it's just not something that you're gonna regret. And so just be encouraged in that. But so just to kind of dive, what did you are you working right now, or do you have a job? Do you have an income?
I mean, kind of sporadically. I haven't been able to work as much,
Okay.
you know, with my health issues and stuff. So,
Yeah. I know going through your own things and, you know, trying to care for your child is probably a lot to handle. So I'm sorry that you have to make this decision, because I know it's hard, but I think that you'll be satisfied with the outcome, to see your son flourish. What did you do when you were working?
I usually had just like a babysitter or something, but the person that I was having help me can't do it anymore, so that's been affecting my work too. You know.
Yeah, that would be incredibly difficult. Do you think that if you were able to get help with your son, that you would return to work, or at this point are you just kind of semi-retired, you're not really interested in something like that?
I mean, I think I would like to go back to work if I can, as much as my health allows me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, today we'll try to get a positive solution for you and a solution for your son. And in this session, we'll just try to just find the best option for him and for you, and for the both of you to live better. Because with the health issues that you're going through, even though I don't know specifics, it's having a child with a disability is incredibly taxing, especially as we age. It doesn't mean that we love them less, it just means it's just different, and that's okay, but it is also okay to reach out for help, and so we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that you've taken the step to help your son and help yourself. So I'm going to talk about some options here, and basically what I want you to do is just kind of give me your first thought about the thing, and then I will kind of explain or go into detail about what each thing is, just so because I want to kind of see what you're thinking first and then how you might feel afterwards.
Okay.
What do you think about skilled nursing care or a nursing home?
Like sterile. Sad.
Yeah. Alright. Well, okay. We'll dive into these a little later, but I just want to get your initial reaction here. What about, like, respite care?
Helpful.
Okay, maybe? Yeah. And what about a career center?
I think that sounds fun.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so just to dive into those options a little bit, I'll talk about skilled nursing first, since that's something that you mentioned in the beginning, placing him in a home permanently. A skilled nursing facility, your son is young, so that might be something a little bit more difficult for him to transition into, but it is possible, and I think it would still be a good option for you. So what that would entail is basically he would live there permanently, but they do have like options or activities. Most of the nursing homes have like an activities director, and so they go out and do things in the community, and there's also a community within the nursing home, an opportunity to make friends and make just their own kind of niche, I guess. And they can often go out and do fun things like I know like my some of my relatives have gone to like different festivals, and they go and get ice cream together and just fun things like that. But so I think that your son would be probably more just the assisted living, just help, picking out outfits, dressing, that kind of stuff, versus an intense nursing facility. And so it wouldn't be as intense, and you would also get visitation all the time. You will be free to take him out for the day, take him out. I think even you can have a night visit, might be fine. But he would just, his permanent place of residence would be at the home. So after hearing that information, what are you thinking?
I mean, I think I would just feel really bad doing that.
Okay.
And, that's not something that I want to have to do.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. And that is fine. That doesn't have to be your final. This doesn't have to be your option. And we can, we have 2 other things that we can discuss, and you might even decide on a combination of things to look into, and that is absolutely fine. What we want here, I don't think that you can make a wrong decision. Every decision that you make is going to be what's best for you and best for your son, and that's what we want here. We want the best outcome possible. Okay, to talk about respite care, I know that you said that you had kind of a babysitter, or just like kind of a home health assistant, kind of, right? Is that okay? So that is basically what respite care is. They'll just come and take your son for the day, or for an hour, or however long you need, and they'll just kind of take him off your hands and go outside of your home and do things. And so, or stay in your home and do things if you need time out. Because, being cooped up all the time isn't good either. You want to do out and experience things as well. So that would just be probably through like a home health agency, where he would just get like a personal care assistant, not necessarily like a nurse. It's just a companion. And so I think that can be a really great option. I know for me, a lot of the times they're volunteers, and so they are like volunteer caregivers, and so they feel that it's a blessing to your son, and to them, getting to know him, and him getting to know them, and so they want to serve him as well, and so that can be a really great option. And you can also pick your own person. Like, you can do interviews and pick who you think would be good for your son, and your son can meet them to see who he wants to spend his time with, because we don't want to send him with someone who you think he wouldn't mesh with, or who right off the bat he instantly just doesn't like. And so we'll try to get people who mesh well together, mesh well with you, and are willing to work with you, and kind of fit into your family already. And so that's just kind of what that would look like. So how are you feeling about that option?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a really good option. I think that would definitely be really helpful. And maybe allow him to like stay in our home more.
Right.
And I could still be there to help him even while they're there, but they could do some of the more difficult things.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he would like that too.
Yeah.
He's used to it just being the 2 of us. So I think having that would be good.
Yeah, having someone come in and just spend time with him. I know for all of us, I think that would be great. But okay, and so do you have any idea what? This is the third option we're talking about. Do you have any idea what like a career center looks like for those with disabilities? Do you have any idea?
I mean, I imagine it's like teaching them jobs and.
Okay. Yeah. You're pretty much right. So here we have a place called the Career and Life Enrichment Center, and it is an adult day program for those with developmental disabilities. And so what that looks like is they go for the day, they work. It's kind of like a factory setting. They make small things, like little toys or things like that, simple things. And then they also do life skills training, and so knowing how to take care of yourself, cook small meals, things like that. And then they also do the like community side, and so every adult there obviously has some sort of disability. So it can kind of be an encouraging community for everyone there, and a chance to make friends, and just I think it's a great step into kind of adulthood, which seems to be where your son is at, I believe. Okay. Because he's 20, probably, I think at the age we all want to get out of the house a little. But I think that's a great opportunity for him to make friends and just kind of plug into a community where he feels appreciated. They also do a lot of fun things, like they have their own basketball team and they play against other counties and other schools, so that can be a lot of fun. I know I've watched a couple of their games and they are fantastic. It's a lot of fun to watch them and cheer them on, and so I think that is a good option for your son as well, if that's something that you're interested in. How does that option sound for you?
Yeah, that sounds really good. I think that would definitely help him and help me have some time to myself, and maybe even like time to work while he's there. And I think he would enjoy that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you right now, after hearing all of the options, how are you feeling about this decision?
I think definitely relieved.
Okay.
I didn't even know that the jobs thing was here in this area, so I think just knowing that I have some more options is good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you feel encouraged. I think that, I don't think that you have to make a decision right now, because you seem to be able to still to be able to take care of your son. This is your first step in seeking help, and that's okay. And you definitely don't have to make a decision today, or if there's something that you find that you want to look into more deeply and bring to me, then please do. I'd love to hear your feedback, and I want to talk those things over with you as well. So is there an option right now that you're leaning towards? Is there something that really stands out to you?
Would it be possible to have, people come in to help in the home and him go to the job training, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. I think a combination of those two things will be a really good thing for your son, and for you. There will be a huge weight lifted off your shoulders because you know that he's taken care of, and it'll be good for him because he'll get to experience some really cool things, especially at the Life Enrichment Center. So, yeah. Do you have any supports outside of the home? Do you have family nearby or anything like that?
I have a few people that I could probably go to if I really needed something. Not a lot of close people.
Okay.
It's kind of hard when you're caregiving to have a lot of friends and family close.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's something that you might be able to explore a little deeper. If you are religious, then you can get plugged into a church, or if you just get plugged into the community more, make more friends, especially if you start working again. That can be a really great thing for you as well. I know that being locked in the house all day can kind of seem like you're losing your sanity. So to be out and about in the community doing things as well, I think will be good for you. So, do you have any questions for me so far? Anything you want to go over?
I guess, what would be the next step to, starting these things?
Yeah. Well, we'll have to do an application, and we can do that together as well. And so, to fill out an application for the Life Enrichment Center, it's pretty simple. It's not super intensive. They just need your information. So it's an application, but it's basically just, here's my information, and they take him. And when you can go with him on the first day if you want, just to see, or you can we can even visit together if that's something that you'd like.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. And we can definitely do that. We can visit just us one time and then bring him if you think that that's something that he would like, and we can do that as well. And I think that would be a good first step, just to make sure that it's something that you're still interested in once you see the facility and meet the people, and kind of see how everything works. And then for the respite care, it's basically we go through a home health agency to find a caregiver, unless you have somebody specific in mind. So all the home health agencies that we work with are super forgiving, or I guess that's not the right word, but they allow you to choose your own caregiver. And so we can do interviews, and if you feel like you need a safe place to do that, or an unbiased place, you feel free to do them here as well, and I can assist you with that too. And so for that, we just need your insurance information to make sure it's covered, and just kind of go from there. So, do you feel like that's good? Is there...
Yeah, no, I think this sounds good. I think these are definitely better options than what I had coming in. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, to kind of summarize our meeting, we've talked about your options, talked about everything that you feel like is going on right now. So you are leaning towards the respite care option and the Life Enrichment Center, and I will send you home with the application for both of those things, just so we have all your information and everything is set up. And then next session time, I think it would be good if you brought those back to me, and I will get started on those with you. And then we talk about further, we'll set up interviews for respite care caregivers, and we'll also set up a time to go to the Life Enrichment Center and visit. Just to meet their directors and things like that, just to make sure that you still feel like that's a viable option for you. So, is there anything else that you feel like you need to cover in this session?
No, I think I feel a lot better now about everything. So.
Well, hopefully you feel encouraged and a little relieved. I think you do. At least hopefully. So, well, I'm excited to walk through this with you, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, thank you.